Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today, and for the rest of the weekend, I'm going to be reading smut, and I'm so excited for it. If you didn't know, I have a monthly smutty book club here on my channel. This is the inaugural and or like first month of this smutty book club, and essentially what I did was I put 3 different options for a smutty book up on the Twitter account for this monthly book club. Go ahead and follow it. It's going to be in my description down there if you're at all interested. But I had 3 choices up there. We're going to be reading A Lesson in Thorns, which is going to be super exciting, but I thought to myself, all of the books that I put in these polls sounded super exciting, so I'm actually going to be reading all 3 of the books that were on those polls. I believe they are Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan, A Lesson in Thorns by Sierra Simone, and then this like Devil Wears Prada female slash fic that got published and kind of like changed, sort of like 50 Shades was a fanfiction of Twilight. So anyway, those are the 3 books I'm going to be reading this weekend. It is Friday, it is 2:30, and I'm currently at half price books. I am here to pick up some special things for a secret video that I'm doing in September, which I'm super excited about. I thought I would kill some time because I have to pick up Pepe at 3:30. He just got neutered. I was supposed to start this video earlier in the day, but I was hella anxious and I got into like one of those click holes on YouTube where you just end up binge watching a channel. I watched a ton of Brad Mondo videos. I mean like a ton of Brad Mondo videos. So if you need a good balayage, if you need wig recommendations, like I've got you now. Like I know everything there is to know about hair. Basically a certified cosmetologist in the state of Texas. Obviously you can tell my anxious energy is just popping out. So I'm gonna go in there and see if they have the 2 books that I need. I'm on a mission. I need these 2 last books for this video that I'm doing. And I think I might post like a little teaser on Twitter of the books that I got, and I want to see if you guys can guess what this video is going to be. But for the rest of the day, I'm going to basically be watching Pepe, making sure that he doesn't like pull out his stitches or anything. He's gonna have like a little cone of shame. It's gonna be super cute. There's gonna be lots of cat content and lots of smutty content as we read these 3 books this weekend. So that's kind of the game plan. And this is something that's going to be recurring on my channel every month. So each month I'm going to be reading the 3 poll picks, I guess, or the 3 things that I pick for the poll for my monthly book club. It's going to be, you know, one of the last weekends of the month. So you guys have a weekend reading vlog to look forward to if you like those. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find what I'm looking for. I will report back. Okay, so in all of my lovely knowledge and foresight, I ended up getting books for other videos as well, but I did find the 2 books that I needed for this particular video that I'm doing, and I feel like once I show you, you're gonna know exactly what it is. Ow. Yeah. 2 of 5 books down, more to come. Now we're gonna go pick up Pepe, so I hope he's doing okay. Okay, so it is 7:38 and I am 11% into Long Shot by Kennedy Ryan, and I'm enjoying it, but I gotta say, like, I am still feeling residual anxiety, and honestly it might just be all the caffeine that I've had today, but I'm just like not in the right headspace for this book. If you didn't know, Long Shot is about a basketball player and a girl who's dating a different basketball player. The girl that's dating the different basketball player is getting abused. We haven't really gotten into the abuse yet. The first couple of chapters are basically like the setup for the love story, you know? It's like the girl meets the other basketball player, she thinks he's really great, she's seeing some red flags in her current boyfriend, and I'm sure it's just gonna kind of develop from there. Kennedy Ryan's an excellent author. Like, I've read another book by her, I believe it was called Grip or Flow or something like that. I'll put a picture right here. It was really good, and I really enjoyed it. This book, I just know it's gonna be hard, and all the reviews say that it's actually very difficult to get through, so I'm like, why did I pick this? It's also very long. Also, I think all of these books are over like 400 pages, so I'm like, I'm a dum-dum, like I'm Boo-Boo the Fool. That's on me. Am I gonna be able to finish all of these? I don't really know, but I think I'm going to move on to A Lesson in Thorns because that's the one that I like really need to finish before Monday, so I think I'm gonna get started on that. Also, I feel like since it's sort of like erotic, weird, poly nonsense, it might be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Escapist? I don't know. I'm hoping that it'll like, ow, but I'm hoping that it will be a little bit more soothing to my anxiety. That's what we're doing. I'll get back to you guys once I start reading it. Y'all, this shit opened up with a T.S. Eliot fucking poem. Some pretentious shit. Okay, so I'm only 5% in. To be honest with you, I've been kind of fucking around on the internet. It's not bad. It's just I don't love the writing style. I knew it was going to be kind of flowery and pretentious, but like it's kind of really pretentious. And I'm sure I'm gonna end up loving it and adoring the poly relationship. I liked in the prologue that we're already kind of getting the hints of the poly relationship, but just the whole kind of like almost like magical realism. I don't know how to say magical realism, but there's just some like hints of sort of magical-y shit. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know why. I can't pinpoint yet what about it is irritating me, but it is. And just some of the things that are being said, it's gonna sound bad, but reminds me a lot of the Raven Boys in that some of the flowery bullshit is cool in a descriptive sense, and then some of it just makes no fucking sense. Like, some of these sentences could not be here and everything would be probably better for it. I'm trying to be kind. I'm trying to withhold my judgment. I'm thinking maybe I just need to like put a kibosh on physical reading today. Like, I just need to quit. I think what I'm gonna do instead is play a rousing game of 2 dots on my phone, listen to an audiobook instead, because I have too much fucking content planned for this month, and I've already planned all my content for September, so like I have tons of shit that I could be reading instead of this book. So I'm gonna do that, and then I think I'm gonna get back to you guys tomorrow, and we're gonna just like hit the ground running with these 3 books, and like we're gonna go ham. We might finish 2 whole books in one day, like we'll see. I don't know what the world has in store for us, but I know that tonight what I'm not gonna be doing is reading any more of this fuck shit, so. Okay, it's Saturday, it's 2 p.m. and I'm finally getting out of the house. It is Hayden's birthday today, so we spent some time together earlier in the day and just kind of like, we're lazy. He has a show out of town this weekend, and since Pepe just recovered from surgery, I won't be going with him, so it was just nice to kind of like spend time together. So I haven't gotten any reading done since I last spoke to you guys, and I'm not about to get any reading done. I'm actually about to go pick up some cat food. It got delivered to my old apartment, and while I'm over in that area, I want to pick up some like decor items for my apartment. I think that's like the most fun about living on your own and being an adult, is like getting to make the space your own. So after that, like I said, Hayden's out of town, so we have the entire night to spend together reading smut, which is gonna be super fun. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna go ahead and like get on the road and go do all the shit that I have to do. I might show you guys some of the stuff that I got and like show you a little bit of my apartment. I'm gonna have like an apartment tour at some point once I feel like my place is put together in the way that I want. You know, it'll come to my channel at some point. If you noticed, I have a scratch right here. I'd love to be able to blame it on Pepe, but had a little run-in with the razor trying to get rid of my unibrow, so. Okay, so I am back from running my errands. I got the cat food and I got a couple of things for the house that I'll show you guys, which like is not that exciting. So basically this is our dining room, which is like super sad at the moment. That chair is gonna move. I actually just bought 2 more actual dining chairs to go at the table. Gonna move that. And then I wanted something for up here because there's nothing on the wall and there's nothing on the dining table. Still haven't found anything for that yet, but I did get a few things. So I got this like kind of cool world map that I don't want to completely unroll yet, but it's pretty big and I figure that could look kind of cool up there. At some point I want to get like a plant or like a vase or something right here, but like I said, I couldn't find anything. I got this vase filler for over here because I have pine cones in here and I feel like that's very wintry, so I'm gonna replace that with those kind of like natural ones. And then for above our living room area, hey dingo, I needed something to put up here. So what I'm going to do, and I think this is like such a great way to save money, I got 2 of these thin black frames for like 20 bucks, and I'm going to find some art online and get it printed at Walgreens because they do like a bunch of great deals, honestly, on like printing pictures and like posters and stuff. So I think altogether, this is only gonna cost me like 30 or 40 bucks for these like massive frames. So I'm just gonna put like 2 art prints up there. I know, super exciting. Like we love home decor. So anyway, that's it. I'm gonna go and read now. Okay, it's 7:35. I wish I could say that I was like halfway done with lesson in Thorns, but I'm only 50% in. But I did want to update you guys because I'm already just a little bit like, what the fuck is happening? I didn't really explain what this book is about. Essentially, it's about 6 people who kind of connected in their childhood. All of their parents were friends and they visited this like summer home, I guess, in England. Kind of run down, whatever. It's called Thorn Chapel, and they all kind of go their separate ways until one summer where our main protagonist, Poe, is invited back. She's one of the aforementioned children. She's invited back to Thorn Chapel to be a librarian, and everyone else from that summer is at this summer home again as well. And so that's kind of the gist of the story. She has just arrived at Thorn Chapel. The guy that she kind of had a thing for, his name's Auden. I think he is the owner of this home now. He's the one that kind of hired her on in this library to like catalog all of the books that are at Thorn Chapel and shows her the library. And as he's like holding the ladder for her, he like looks up her skirt. She makes eye contact with him and he's like, pardon me, like I must step out for a bit. Feels very like Edward Cullen. Kind of strange. I don't know what to think. Definitely sexual tension, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's a little weird. I've been highlighting as I go along on my Kindle app or whatever. I feel like not everybody knows that you can read your Kindle books on your laptop, but if you go to read.amazon.com, all of your delightful Kindle stuff will be up there. Anyway, I'm highlighting for the live show, but I don't know, guys, it's strange. And I'll keep updating you with even more strangenesses as the night goes on. I think that's gonna be my main focus tonight. It's really just to get this one done and then we can get deeper into the other 2 books I'm supposed to read tomorrow. Am I going to finish all 3? Probably not, like just knowing myself, but we are going to finish A Lesson in Thorns tonight on God. It's Sunday, my dudes. So God has not struck me down, but I'm only 50% done with A Lesson in Thorns. Not ideal. I thought I could do my hair and talk to you guys about what I'm thinking about this book so far. I have to let you know. I have to be just completely transparent with you guys. I really don't love it. I thought this was going to be like love at first read, I guess. Like I thought the first page I was gonna be hooked and I was going to absolutely adore these characters, and that's just like not been the case. So I think my main bitch is that the main bitch, Prosperina Poe, whatever her name is so irritating. She keeps referring to her libido as her sex monster, and it's kind of reminding me of 50 Shades a bit too much. It just in general, it's kind of hard to like sympathize with her or feel bad for her in any way. And I feel like I should be sympathizing with her. I mean, I'm sure I'd probably feel the same way if I was around a bunch of hot people, but it's like every situation she gets herself into reminds me a little like just so much of like the setup for an adult film. Oh my god, there was pagan rituals at this old house, and they were probably like sex rituals. Like, wouldn't it be such a good idea if we did that like now, all 6 of us, you know, for like our childhood, but like with sex? And they don't say sex, but like, you know, that's what this is gonna, it's gonna turn into a sex ritual. I don't know, I'm just having a really hard time believing any of the characters, sympathizing with any of them, and I also feel like the foreshadowing is so obvious. And I know that like authors are like, well, if there's ever a twist and I like you knew what the twist was gonna be, it's just because I'm a great author. Like, maybe sometimes, but also sometimes you're just too obvious and I don't love it. We're getting hints of 2 people who are engaged maybe not being right for each other, and we find out one of them's kind of like a voyeur slash is super interested in being a submissive, and you're like, okay, well, we know that one of the characters is a dom, so like that's probably gonna become a thing. Fine, I don't know, it's just so obvious to me and like lazy, and I just haven't been particularly impressed with the writing. It's weird too, because I know I was complaining at the beginning about it being very flowery and like irritating, but now that it's switched from past to present day, I feel like the writing is the opposite. Like, it's descriptive, like I understand what's going on. I guess I'm appreciative that the floweriness has gone away, but also, like I said, it feels like the script to an adult film or something. Like, all of the setups are so strange and unbelievable. You're really telling me that all 6 of these individuals are like, you know what, let's all bone down. Case in point is this spin the bottle situation, and I'm gonna get into spoilers, so if you wanted to read this, maybe like, I don't know, stop. I was really taken aback. One of the characters, like I said, I think earlier, reminds me so much of Edward Cullen and his like strange standoffish behavior and his like inability to reconcile his mind with his libido. It's very odd. I don't know. There was a spanking situation. It was supposed to be like spin the bottle, let's just kiss, and you know, the dom character says, you have to earn your kiss. I'm gonna spank the shit out of you and then we can kiss. This is spin the bottle, mind you. Who does that? I'm not saying it's not hot or that there haven't been like hot moments, but overall I just can't overlook the cringe, I guess, and it's kind of sad because I really thought this was going to be one of my favorite books of the year. I'm always down for unconventional relationships or like sex in books, and this is just not doing it for me. It's kind of tragic, and I feel bad too because I know that Mel from L to the Any and Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads really liked this book, and they also really liked Fixed Her Up, which I didn't like. So I feel like in a way I feel guilty almost that I should not be so contrary, and that like maybe it is just me and like I'm just this book's now kind of overhyped, and maybe that's the reason I'm not liking it. Does it ever happen to you? Do you ever kind of start feeling guilty about not liking a book? Like, I'm wondering if there's something wrong with me. I mean, I'm gonna continue obviously because I have to talk about this book tomorrow, but I just so that's sort of where I'm at on that. My plans for today are obviously to finish this book. I would also like to get a little bit farther in long shot and start the Devil Wears Prada fic or whatever, so that way I can at least kind of give you guys my thoughts on that. I'm definitely going to talk about both of those in my wrap up, but I would like to be able to kind of talk about those here since that's kind of like the whole point of this vlog. Other than that, I have house stuff that I kind of need to get done. Sunday is my day of cleaning and shopping for groceries and all that like fun, exciting adult stuff, so I'm not going to be too ambitious about trying to finish more than just A Lesson in Thorns today. We'll kind of see what happens. Hopefully it surprises me. Maybe like my thoughts will completely change once they start getting together. As it is right now, I'm thinking, I don't even know what I would rate this book, like maybe 3 stars. It's not bad, it's not like objectively horrible, I'm just, it could have been better. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish doing this, and then I'm gonna go to the store and see if I can find a centerpiece for my table and maybe some decor for this room, because as you can see, like, I have furniture, but it just looks kind of sad in here. Also, Pepe peed on the bed like a week ago, and I just like haven't put the sheets and stuff back on the bed. That's on me. Okay, so I finished A Lesson in Thorns, and I need Jesus. That was so wild, and much like I had anticipated, the ending and the sex scene, plural I guess, really elevated my rating of this book. I don't know what I'm gonna rate it yet, and I don't want to like go into too much detail on my thoughts because I'm gonna be doing that tomorrow at the live show, which again, come watch it, it's gonna be fun. But it was interesting. I'm trying to honestly recall like every little detail that happened and try to tell you guys like literally anything besides how fucking wild this was, but there was a bit of an orgy situation, which I had anticipated, you know, because of course we're gonna have ritual sex. What I was disappointed with was there was supposed to be a threesome situation, which never really materialized, and I'm just upset that I've been catfished and bamboozled and scammed, and that I'm gonna have to probably read the sequel, which I know is apparently like a train wreck and has some like questionable content, so that's not great, and I'm not super thrilled about that. It is 9:09 p.m. and I just finished, and no words. Like I also have not started Devil Wears Prada thing. I haven't even gotten any farther in long shot. I'm okay with that. Sometimes shit happens. I don't even know if I can recommend this book. I'm just shell-shocked, okay? I probably shouldn't have filmed this clip right away, but whatever, it's fine. I need to get this vlog up, so hope you guys enjoyed watching this in some capacity. Like I said, I'm gonna be doing these every month, and hopefully in the future reading all of the books that were in the polls, but yes, that's it. I love you guys so much, and until next time.